We on the mic, talking, bringing heat all night. Sideline Chronicles, where sports come to play. Break it down the game in our own special way. From the court to the field, we know it all. Dropping knowledge like a basketball. We got the stats, we got the facts. Bringing you the latest with that real talk impact. Sideline Chronicles, it's our time to shine. Talk, bringing that sports rhyme with Zeke Raw and L Boogie from around the way. Get ready for the ride, cause we here to stay. As we bring you the latest interview and inside point of views of members of squads and their squad battles. Hearing from the players themselves as they explain why they love the game. Now without further ado, here is the one and only, your host, Zeke Raw.
We back with another great show. This is your boy Zeke Raw, here to bring you another one-on-one interview with one of the OGs of the Kill Squad, known as Big Time, also known as Optimus Prime. He is the one who sends out the kill signal when he needs his fraternity of assassins to assemble, to whether it's to go to war or just to sharpen iron. But before we bring you that interview, we're going to do what we always do and bring you our song of the day, which is called Living in New Ages.
It's a test of time. Elevate the game, now it's time to shine. Catch me in the AM when I'm committing my crimes. Living like a legend, I gotta get mine.
Ascend the hierarchy, climbing to the apex. Finesse with every move, like I'm playing chess. Dominating sectors, my vision undeniable. Vision so clear, ambitions undeniable. Strategize my moves, precision in the details. Calculated steps, no room for any derail. Sophisticated hustle, intellect from the brain. Navigating life shit, maximizing my fame. Elevate the obvious with lyrical finesse. Syntax complex but delivered with finesse. Verbally articulate, constructing every rhyme. Transcending and bending all sorts of crime.
It's a test of time. Elevate the game, now it's time to shine. Catch me in the AM when I'm committing my crimes. Living like a legend, I gotta get mine.
Decipher my life course, it's layered and profound. With metaphors, that's like edible, my words they astound. Like intellectual dagger, a killer with my sound. Breaking every barrier, no limits to be found. Quantum leaps with logic, theory in my flow. Each line a nuke bomb, each verse a tableau. Philosopher of rhythm, my flow is precise. Ephemeral yet eternal, a paradox concise. Comprehend my complexity, unravel like an enigma. Wisdom in my lyrics with poetic charisma. An echelon of existence, soaring to new heights. Master of that wordplay in these lyrical fights.
In new ages, it's a test of time. Elevate the game, now it's time to shine. Catch me in the AM when I'm committing my crimes. Living like a legend, I gotta get mine.
Infinite in potential, I've never been ordinary. Crafting my own legend, a true visionary. Transcendent in my essence, limitless and free. Manifesting greatness, that's how it ought to be. Navigating the cosmos, a first-class wanderer. Expanding my realms of thought, a mental conjurer. In this place where I dwell, it's forever rising. With sophistication and grace, that's never surprises.
Living in new ages, it's a test of time. Elevate the game, now it's time to shine. Catch me in the AM when I'm committing my crimes. Living like a legend, I gotta get mine.
Beyond the confines, very timid and fast. Living in the echelon, a future unsurpassed. Sophisticated rhythm, blistered through the ages. In the book of legends, my life is amazing.
We're living in new ages, it's a test of time. Elevate the game, now it's time to shine. Catch me in the AM when I'm committing my crimes. Living like a legend, I gotta get mine. In new ages, it's a test of time. Elevate the game, now it's time to shine. Catch me in the AM when I'm committing my crimes. Living like a legend, I gotta get mine.
Yeah, living in new ages, just a test of time. That is just raw lyricism. None of that funny stuff out there. Y'all heard it. So y'all young guys, y'all show some respect to guys like Big Time, the OGs of the game, because if it wasn't for their time, their energy, and their money that they spent back then, you wouldn't be able to play the game now. So when we come back, we will hold you no longer. We will give you that one-on-one interview with Big Time, also known as Optimus Prime. We're going to pay a little bit of bills, and we'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back from break, ladies and gentlemen, after we had to pay those bills. I want to say thank you to my sponsors again. I always have to do this. It's just only right when people support you, to the Cash Kings from Durham, North Carolina, and OnTheOneServices.com. We will hold you back no more. Here it is with the OG, one of the OGs of Kill Squad, Big Time, also known as Optimus Prime. What it do, Big Time?
What it do, Zeke?
No, chilling,
I'm
man.
just trying to stay. I'm just trying to stay in balance and not out of balance. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the biddy. You know, that's a biddy term. Boys don't know about that out of balance like them.
No, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that out of balance thing. So
For sure.
tell me, Big Tom, tell me a little bit about yourself and where you from.
Man, I'm from Dallas, Texas, man. Little old section called Oak Cliff, America.
Okay.
Grew up the way of the world, you know. Mama and daddy gave me good values, you know. So I stand on them values and principles right now to this day. You know, daddy left me a great legacy once he left in 1987, and 2 years later, Madden came out, and my mama bought me the Madden, and I've been on it ever since.
Whoa, you go all the way back to when the Madden first came out, 1989. Wow. You've been addicted ever
13
since.
years old.
13 years old?
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. And you know, these guys, so listen, it's been, let's see, 89, 99. So it's been like, man, it's been 30-something years, brother. So how do you say so competitive with these young guys that's out here?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's hard. It's hard, but it's fair. You know, and literally, this is the first year that I done actually took Madden to the level of my gameplay that I done ever did before. And that's coming with hard work and really just getting tired of getting beat on. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to get beat on by everybody. I'm talking about you name it, the scrubs and every other party were going to play me because they knew they could get at me. You know, and I just kept on telling them, I'm gonna come back fighting every day. I ain't gonna stop fighting. I'm gonna come back and fight y'all every day. But I wasn't doing what I needed to do, like putting in the time in the lab, going to practice mode. I'd always go to skill trainer, but skill trainer wasn't really teaching me nothing because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing in the lab. Me going to the lab, that was just like me playing practice throwing bombs, you know. And it was actually, I guess about 5 or 6 years ago, I ran into a group of guys called the Kill Squad, and you know, I knew one thing for certain, two things for sure. I couldn't beat nobody at all, but they keep on playing me. And they keep on playing me, and I was keep on hanging around. I keep on hanging around, telling them the same thing. I'm gonna beat you one day. So you know, Zeke, you took me in the lab one day, and you taught me how to do some things. So I was like, oh, this what labbing is. So I'd want to come in there every day, get on Zeke nerves. Hey, Zeke, take me in the lab, man. Show me something, man. You know, because now that I'm in the lab and Zeke working me out, I can go into these other parties where, you know, them boys were beating me up. Now I'm beating some of the best members in they groups, in they squads, and in they chats. You know, so now I got a little buzz. But all throughout all of this, I maintained the level of respect that I gave them, and I demanded, because I'm a man of respect. You know, first and foremost. You know, I believe in God. So, you know, me and my projections on this video game, I'm gonna walk the way that I want to get walked on, and you ain't gonna walk over me. You gonna walk with me, and we gonna walk together. But you ain't gonna walk over me.
I hear that big time. So
Kings intelligent live long. Kill Squad.
there we go. We here. So you telling me that when you was when you went in the lab and you learned some things, you one of the main things you learned from what I hear was just to play the game the right way, and your game started going through the roof. You started beating people that, like you said, it was beating you all the time. When did it click? What clicked that get you to, after playing the game so long, to just understand that you can go out there and just play ball and be tough?
And I'm gonna tell you when it really clicked, and this gonna sound crazy, but from 1989 until 2024, December 19th, Mobby told the whole party, we got a party full. And it's, I'm thinking I'm something. Mobby said that, Big Time, you're the sorriest sucker in here. And I thought to myself, I was like, man, that hurt my feelings. So I got off the game that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm sensitive, so I'm an artist. I'm a player, and I'm sensitive about my feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He told me that you the Cyrus one in here. So I got in my feelings. I ain't let it be known, but I got off, and the next day it was just so happened to be, the Madden Championship Series starting, the MCS. So I watched a couple of them games, and I was like, man, I need to take notes on what they doing on offense and what they doing on defense, so I could go lab it. So I labbed it all the way up until like this January 2nd or 3rd, and I came back in the room, and I played a few guys, and I was beating them. So you know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm crunk. I'm super duper crunk, and I'm like, man, it finally paid off. It finally dawned on me. But it was actually somebody talking down to me that made me understand that for me to get better, I got to do better. I got to start kicking my field goals. I got to start stopping the run. I got to know when the passing situations coming around, and I got to know exactly what defense to call in them situations. And that's what I gathered from Mobby calling me sorry.
Oh,
Now I ain't the Cyrus one. Now I ain't the Cyrus one in the bunch no more.
well, they call you Big
Yeah,
Time.
man.
So Big Time,
Yeah.
that name. Where did you get that name from?
Man, I got that name from one of the OGs in my neighborhood, Yuck Buddy, Duke Deasy. And Duke was the one who gave everybody their nicknames. He called me Big Time, and Big Time stands for this: believe it's good or take your money elsewhere. TYME. Take your money elsewhere. And it was mess when I was dealing with women. You know what I'm saying? Because I was one of them ones who stood on business. Don't come over here. Don't come, you know, don't come shopping and you picky about what you got going on. Because I'm only going to try to give you the best idea and the best product that I can find. So I ain't going to spend my money on it if you ain't going to want to spend your money on it. And so I was turning people away, and he was seeing me. He was like, man, you just gave away. I mean, I don't care. Money good. Money always good. It'll come on the back end. But I don't want nobody to believe or think no certain kind of way other than me, but to be able to get in the best product out there. And that's no matter whether or not it was dealing with my cars, it was dealing with the clothes that I was selling, dealing with the merch that I had going on, no matter what it was. I just wanted everybody to know that I believe that it's good, so I need you to believe that it's good when you come shop with me.
Okay, so
So,
yeah, that name, it fits you well. Big Time fits you well. So I hear. Well, I wouldn't even say I hear first. What role do you play in the Kill Squad?
man, I'm actually the third in command in the kill squad. It's 1A, 1B, and then it's me. You know, I'm different than 1A and 1B totally because they're a little bit more level headed. I'm gonna hit some at the I'm gonna hit some at the door. They might let you come in and whoop the whoop, but I'm gonna check it at the door. And for everybody who know that, checking it at the door means you don't get all them chances with me. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I mean, you'll get one chance, and I gotta explain it. But at the minute you go to the point to where you feeling like you're a grown man, and f this and f that, and I don't give a cahoots rubber's ass about what's going on. You got to go
Right.
because we don't need you. We can sit around here and play each other all day because iron sharpen iron. But the mad community know about the Kill Squad. Whether they like us or not, that's none of our concern. But they know about us. And they know that we're going to come and we're going to want that money. We're going to want them money games. And we're going to put it dead on your row when it's time to go. So a
Speaking of
shit show.
speaking on, you say some squads out there don't like you. I hear that it's a. Actually, I have a letter here that Zeke, you're the leader for Kill Squad, want me to personally read. So you say people don't like you. I hear there's a squad out there that's called the Lurk Squad. Why they don't like y'all?
Man, I don't get too much into why people don't like us or why people this or why people that. But I'm just gonna say this: they came in one day, and one of them came in and sat down and settled his difference like men. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the other one didn't feel like he got unblocked in time, so he's still on the same page. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. I mean, he entitled to his opinions. He entitled to feel the way that he feel. But for that other one who came in here, sat down, selling his difference like men, and he was telling one of my members who he couldn't beat out of your party, what happened to you that night? You remember that morning? I'm gonna say that morning. You remember? I ain't gonna say no name, but you remember. You and I know what's going on.
What's his name?
I got him.
You put him out there.
His name is Lurk Squad Mano.
Oh,
Lurk
okay.
Squad Mano. He was telling Mobby that Mobby couldn't beat such and such. He was telling Mobby that you can't beat this dude. So I told him, but I can beat you. He said, oh no, you can't beat me. I would never let you beat me. I was like, well, what if you don't though? So we lined it up, and I beat him. Had a great game. It was a great game, and I ended it on a clutch, 4th and inches, stop Lamar Jackson in field goal range. He could kick field goal to win the game, but he wanted to go for it and run out the rest of the time out the clock. But Big Time wasn't standing for it. Optimus Prime transformed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. Stopped him. Boom. He got in his feelings after the loss, but he finally reeled it back in because throughout the whole course of the game, we weren't talking no noise with each other.
Right.
I was telling him good play this, but he wanted to say something, and he had got out of character, but he slowly reeled himself in when I told him that, bro, you could have just kicked the field goal and won the game and then stopped me on defense, but you chose to do that, and I stopped you. So, you know, from then on, I ain't played him no more. I done went to their rooms a couple of times, but and it was all love when I went over there. I didn't get none of that haste and hostility when I went over there. But he was busy in games and we just ain't been able to play no more. So, Mano, whenever you're ready, come knock at the door.
All right. So, I had an interview with Zeke about these guys, and he didn't have some very nice things to say. Your squad is only as good as your leader, and he has a guy over there named Flip Mode, from what Zeke was telling me, that is a pure cancer to his squad. I hear them losing members left and right and over there. And here's the message that Zeke want me to put out to the Lurk squad. To all the squads that's out there and how you need to run your room, the way the Lurk squad run their room, don't ever do it. They are the worst of the worst. They have just pure chaos. It's ridiculous. They like beyond the bottom of the barrel. And he told me that for them to come in and sit down and have a talk about the situations and everything get swept to the side, and then he got this guy named Flip Mode over there who, because he didn't get unblocked, and he just only, if I can remember correctly, he said he just only forgot to just unblock him, and he went all through this and started kicking his members out, the Kill Squad members out, and then also started kicking people out who was affiliated with the Kill Squad. So Koba want me to let everybody know, which is Zeke. Koba is his code name when he go out and handle his business. That since they want to kick members that's associated with the Kill Squad out, this message is going to be very loud and clear to anybody that goes over there and sit in that fuckboy room. He said he's going to look every day, and if he see you in there and you're not Kill Squad, and you're not Lurk Squad, then you will be banned from the room of Kill Squad. Now, he said whether y'all care or not, Kill Squad room is where it's going on at. So if you sitting up in there, if he look and see your name up there, he said he's going to write a list of everybody names that he sees sitting in Lurk Squad room. And if you go over there, that's fine. Just don't ever try to come into Kill Squad room because you will never be let in. They say you when you lay down with dogs, you come up with fleas. When you say the worst of the worst and you kind of like uh you know the squad is everything that they stand for equals failure. Everything. And it's all due to one guy. And to me, Mano came over like everything was cool and he understood like certain things on how things supposed to go. But yet he still let this what can I call? I would say fuck boy, you know, run his room. Run off all of his top players. Um I hear they got a guy over there named Bunch. I'm put it out there, everybody, y'all. Bunch Flex or whatever his name is Stickworks. So he's hiding under a false name. Everything they do is false. Everything they do is fake. What else did Zeke say? And that the message is pretty clear for Lurk Squad to never ever approach them again because they will never do anything for them. They will leave them laying in the alley, the smelly alley where they belong, because they just pure trash. And that pretty much, sums it up because I don't think you can get no lower than them. And any group out there do the opposite of what they do because they the worst to ever do it. And he just wanted to put that out there. Again, anybody, if you get your name written down for being in that room with Kill Squad, don't ever try to come to a Kill Squad room because we will have your name. That's what Zeke said. So after saying that, how Zeke feel about that? Because it seemed like he feel really, really, really strong about that big time.
Man, that really touched that man's soul, man, when that boy came in there, man, and we really sat down to settle our differences like men. And then right after that, you know what I'm saying, I remember still getting kicked out of that group and they still talking down. I mean, he had even offered them a interview. All they had to do was submit some questions so that they could tell their side of the story. So it wouldn't be like Kill Squad just coming down on Lurk Squad.
Right.
And
right.
that's, and for that to happen, and that man to extend the olive branch, one of them got it and the other one didn't. So with that being said, enemies of my enemies, ain't enemies of my enemies ain't my friends at all. You feel where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
So if that's how it's gonna be, Lurk Squad, y'all in last place, cuz. And if you want to get something, you can't get none. Know that for sure. But Mano, Lurk Squad Mano, I still want, if you want that rematch, I still grant it to you. Cause I get dead on your row again. And that's in front of the whole world, player. Know that.
Well, my thing is, it's almost to me like it's unfair that Mano. Now I hear Mano a piece of work too, but it's almost unfair to Mano to allow this flip mode dude to just destroy everything that he got over there. See, when you're a leader, that's almost like if you're an owner of a company. The worst thing you could do is hire your friends because they think you friends and they think they could take long lunch breaks and they think they can do shit they ain't supposed to do. And that's not the case. So you have to put people in position that know how to lead. And everything that Flip Mode does is counterproductive. Everything he does. He actually came over and sat, with us at the table. Then he turned and went over there, and then he got mad because he got blocked. You got blocked because of your behavior. The things that you were saying out of your mouth, nobody just up and blocked him from what I've been told. And then, you go into all these semantics on why you justify for doing what you're doing. And the crazy part is he had Zeke's personal cell phone number. He could have picked the phone up and say, hey, why can't I get in your room? I'm still blocked. And Zeke said, I would have just told him, hey, I just forgot to block you. Like when he blocked people, he don't unblock them. That's not on his mind when he get on to the game. His mind is not on who he blocked. But we did come to agreement to have him unblocked. And unfortunately, they blew that. And like you said, they had a chance to do their own interview. So Kill Squad didn't one sided. You know, they gave them a chance to speak up and say what they're gonna say and to get their point of view across and for people to understand that all the dysfunction that was going on over there, it maybe not really be going on over there. But it's obvious, you know, that it is. But anyway, Zeke wanted me to get that out. I think we spent too much time on it anyway. They ain't even worth that amount of time that we spent on it. So back to you, big time. The question I need to ask you: does uh, 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 part of Kill Squad come with a price?
Man, do it. As soon as you put that mask on, you're a target. You're a target. But at the same time, you're a target, but you're an assassin. So we accept all the targets. We accept all the targets, all the challenges, and everything. And 9 times out of 10, you come in that Kill Squad room, you ain't leaving up out of there with more losses, with more wins than you got losses. And that's been proven over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we done had some of the best players in the world come in there, and you know they same result because we done assembled a great squad of killers, a fraternal order of assassins. That's what we are.
That's
We all assassins.
that's that's just so unique to add that just that essence of the game to a game of football. You know what I mean? Where you assassinate, you know, people out on the football field because that's what we talking about, ladies and gentlemen. When we say assassinate and stuff like that, it's all in the game of Madden, all in the game of football. So to you, because I done did quite a few interviews with some of your teammates, some of your
Right.
squad members, and tell me what makes Kill Squad different to you.
Each one teach one. And in the other rooms and other things, they're not sitting around teaching each other what can do this and what's the counter for this. We don't care about if you come in there using a custom playbook or a real pro player playbook or an ebook. We don't care nothing about that because we done been trained up to know that we TTG. We train to go from the start. It don't matter.
Oh, I like that.
We're going to put it on you and we're going to keep it on you. We don't care what you're running. It's going to be up to us to stop it.
So why can't they have the same attitude? Why do they want to hold people back or put the people at a disadvantage so that they can win? What do
I don't
somebody
know,
get
man.
out of that?
It's really the sense of you know, when people get the gambling for money, they think that just because somebody got a custom playbook with 500 plays in it, that person's going to be able to run all of them 500 plays on it. When in our actuality, if you got a custom playbook, it's just like having a regular playbook. You don't want to run 12 or 13 plays, regardless of what your opponent doing. You don't want to run 12 or 13 plays no matter what. Because you ain't got enough time. Nobody runs 500 offensive plays, and throughout the course of a game, you can't run 500 plays throughout the course of that game anyway. So it's all the same. I mean, ain't no difference than going and looking on YouTube and a man telling you, well, this play is in the Raiders playbook, the Patriots playbook, the such and such playbook. You can just pick that playbook and do the same stuff that people get off YouTube and run them plays.
Right. So I hear that those are fuckboy rules. No playbook, no Chiefs, no Ravens. Like you said, y'all don't really care what a person does. Like you don't ask those questions. Like you just come in. You don't know whether a person got a custom or not. It's just let's get on it. Let's settle it on the field.
That's it.
Just settle on the field. So I don't understand why that I hear that y'all really be having problems in your room when people come in and they see that you don't do shit the fuckboy way. They really be having a problem with it. What's so hard about
And
it? Go ahead.
the number one thing that people say when you say that is that I'm a grown ass man. Man, everybody grown. Everybody's so grown when it's time for them to understand and respect the rules. But if you leave your house, every time you leave your house, you governed by a set of rules that you gotta comply to, or it's gonna be some consequence. So it ain't no different on the Madden. If you don't want these rules to be applied to you, stay out of there. Stay out of the kill squad room because it's gonna be some consequences behind you breaking them rules. And that's
Right.
just what that is. There's gonna be some consequences behind that. You gotta comply or you gotta hit the dope. We'll give you one warning, maybe two. And if it's one of our close friends, we might just have to call you on three-way and be like, hey man, look, you said this to my homeboy, and it just happened last Saturday, I believe. One of my friends was in there and he got out of line and we had to kick him out of there. We kicked him out.
Right.
Boom. I gotta boot you. But I said I called my homeboy because he was talking stuff to the leader, which is my partner too. So I had to let him, say what he needed to say, but at the same time, he gave him his apology, and we extended the olive branch. And now my partner back in the room, and you know what I'm saying? He doing good.
It's that easy.
I mean, they might say that they don't care, but this is where the money at. Everybody want to be somewhere where they guaranteed to get paid. You guaranteed to get paid in the kill squad room. If you win, or if you lose. If you lose, you ain't gonna get paid. But if you win, you're gonna be guaranteed to get your money on everything.
Okay.
And if it's a foul or an infraction that we set in our rules, whether it's our player or the other player, the money gonna be awarded to the other player. So abide by the rules. That's all it is.
Okay. So, question.
And that's how we live it.
I have a couple more questions for you because this interview is winding down and coming to an end. Why is the Madden football your favorite game?
Because I played football. And I love football. I love the camaraderie in the and it just, it's just that testosterone from reliving my younger days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I played all the way from 8th grade all the way through college. It was 7th grade all the way through college. So I had a whole lot of time in football. So, with me playing Madden is just like an extension of me still being on the field. But I'm 48 years old. I'm about to be 49 in May. May 5th, 1976 was my birthday. So I'm an old school. And I be asking the young cats, I be like, what y'all think y'all gonna be doing when y'all turn 48, 49? Man, old school, we ain't gonna be on the video game. I was like, I didn't think that either. But I was way worse. I was way tougher than you boys was at this age when I was y'all age. So if I'm still on it, y'all need to find y'all a way to make sure that y'all stay sustainable and stay relevant in this football and really do it the right way. Don't worry about all the glitches. Don't worry about running all the glitches. Don't worry about find out what them glitches are and be able to counteract them. So when you see them, you'll be able to defend them.
Wow.
And that be my message to them.
Wow. That's I mean, saying something like that, like you have wow, over the test of time and all these years you done played this game, when the one time that you sat down, which was 2024, when one time that you sat down and learned how to do it right, you went from just an average mediocre player to where you can make that big time name shine, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is
Out of
that
all
telling?
them years, from 8 and 9 to 24.
So what is that telling y'all out there? There's nothing wrong with doing it the right way. Now, here you heard it. Is anything else you would like to say before this interview come to mind? I hear that you got some custom cars out there. Is any of them available
Oh yeah,
for
man.
sale?
I got 12 vehicles, man. That's my personal vehicles. Then I got 4 other ones that are off for sale. I got name of my shop is Stay Solid Automotive, 706 Duncanville Road, Redbird Lane Road, Duncanville, Texas. Stay Solid Automotive. We'll do anything from a brake change to an LS swap to a dash swap. You might want T-tops, sunroofs, whatever you think you might want. That's what we do.
All right. Well,
That's what we do at Stay Solid. So the name of my business say it all. Stay Solid Automotive. Because in my life, I done stayed solid. Ain't no smut on my rep.
Big time. That is
Yes, sir.
So you so y'all hear that if any of y'all is in that Texas area and what's that address again, Big Time?
706 East Redbird Lane, Duncanville, Texas.
Y'all come down there and get them cards kitted up. Big Time stay solid. The man is solid. That's why he's in the kill squad and number 3 overall, because just of the way he roll and his skill set that he now have in the mat into where he is putting belt to ass. But here we go. We got to go. Here it is. One more time, y'all, for Big Time from the Kill Squad, also known as Optimus Prime. One love, one life. Peace.